since then. Think he can clear again, Reader?
That would be an iffy one. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that'd be an iffy one.
I checked the transaction history. So on December 12th, Zarnik's actually been called up, and Phillips has been sent down. So that opens one spot there.
Okay.
So basically, when Bennett comes back, there's just one person who has to...
Ronaldo down.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right.
And I would say Bennett's tough, Ronaldo's tough, but Bennett is obviously an upgrade.
Yeah.
So that's sort of a match there.
Yeah.
But, Zarnik kind of being the odd guy out in the press box, it makes sense to me.
Yeah, keeping him and Dubé and whoever's game's failing the most, or maybe just alternate. Because the last
Even
game...
Mangiapane.
Really? I thought Mangiapane looked like he earned himself into the second line. Maybe, I don't know.
But he's a great worker.
Yeah.
But is he producing any offense?
He slowed down when the rest of the team is speeding up. He slowed down.
Exactly. And maybe he'll break out, but maybe it's also a move to shift around the lineup and try Zarnik out there because he is more offensive.
Yeah, interesting. I never thought of that, but they could happen for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
But I do agree with you in the sense that the Flames are in a position where they have too many NHL caliber forwards, and they're in a position to make a trade.
Yeah.
And what would you trade for? What could you get in return? That's the question. Because do we need more D?
No. We don't need anything right now except for maybe cap space.
But, yes, so maybe a prospect, but also an upgrade. If you can package 2 or 3 players together and get one better player, that makes sense to me.
And making a trade is more advantageous than having someone stolen off waivers.
Oh, definitely. Because waivers, you don't get anything back.
Yeah.
But, I guess we'll see what the Flames can do, and a lot depends, and other general managers might look at you and be like, you have to put someone on waivers. Why am I going to trade with you? So maybe we'll be forced to kind of do that. I guess we'll see.
All right. Well, the Calgary Flames got their interim head coach bump when Jeff Ford stepped up, and there are 3 other teams that are looking for the same kind of results. Should we have a look? Maybe fire a cannon or 2?
Yeah, the cannon is going to take some wear and tear this week, but let's give it a shot.
So first up, John Hines, New Jersey. Now, New Jersey's been stinking all season. No surprise here. Underachieving. So they made their replacement, got Alain Nazredin.
Never heard of him.
Did Jersey get their coaching bump?
I don't know. Have they? I haven't paid any attention.
I don't think so. I think maybe they played 3 or 4 games since. Oh, no, I'd say more than that. But I think they only won like 1 or 2.
And you knew John Hines was in trouble because they had, I think it was the general manager, went down to the bench to kind of observe early in the season.
Oh, really?
So when you have that guy looking over your shoulder, looking over your shoulder, you know you're in trouble. But I don't know much about John Hines other than they made the playoffs 1 year.
Yeah, I think he was like 4 or 5 years there, and he didn't do bad. But this is a bad season for them. Last year was not great.
No, but one thing about New Jersey is Schneider has been just horrible ever since his hip surgery.
Fuck yeah, that's their biggest problem, was finding some goaltending.
So I don't know if coaching was the problem or not, but goaltending is definitely a huge problem.
Hull's
for them.
Been injured a bunch. Having PK Subban join the lineup didn't help much.
No.
Poor Jersey. Poor Jersey.
But they'll be in the draft lottery again, so.
All right. Next one, do you want to take it?
Sure, let's fire the cannon again. Is it Jim Montgomery? I believe his name's Jim.
Or Jeff.
Anyways, Montgomery for Dallas. Don't know much about him either. Got fired for non-hockey related reasons. But
there's still a shroud, and I'm begging anyone who knows anything, step forward, circulate that information, let it leak out.
Yeah. But As a hockey coach, it seemed like he was doing a good job. Dallas had a bad start, but they've been really good since the start.
Yeah, this was a strange one. I mean, there's not going to be an interim bump. Well, okay, there could be an interim bump, but they're already surging, so.
And they said the reason was not
hockey related.
But they also said it wasn't for abuse of players. It wasn't racist remarks or kicking a player. It was something in between the two. So
what does that leave? Nate, you had a good hypothesis?
Well, this is purely speculation, but it could be something sexual, like he was hitting on someone or doing something in the office that was inappropriate, or it could be something completely away from the rink that would embarrass the NHL. So maybe he
hit someone in the car.
That's possible.
But no, that would be criminal, and it wasn't criminal either.
No, it could be he just had some controversial remarks on somebody recorded, and the league said, "Oh, we can't have this bad publicity," so they get rid of the coach. And both him and Peters, there's been some type of settlement agreement, we don't say what happens, and who knows how much money they get, and just kind of go away.
Well, with Peters, we know what happened. That came out.
Yeah, but we don't know.
Leaked.
We don't know the settlement.
No,
we don't know how much money he gets.
I don't really care about how much money he gets, but in Montgomery's, I want to know exactly what he did.
Yeah, you want to know what he did.
Yeah, I don't care how much money changes hands because of this buffoonery, but...
And kind of the ironic thing is they said I can't remember how they worded it, but it was something that is against the values of the organization. But this is the same organization whose CEO said that some players are playing like horse shit. So I don't know what type of values they have there, but...
Good point. Good one, Nate.
All right, one more cannon.
Last one. Last in the news is... Fire. Pete DeBoer.
And this has some implications for the Flames because they're in our division.
Yeah.
I like Peter DeBoer.
He said he might coach again this year, and God knows there's a lot of teams that have room for a head coach.
And his was also for hockey-related reasons.
Yeah, straight up, his team wasn't doing great. And I gotta say, man, a lot of that can't be on DeBoer.
No.
GM's been doing some pretty funky stuff on that end. So man, if they want to put it on DeBoer and give him the toss, so be it. They got their bump against Edmonton last night.
Yeah. But, the Karlsson contract has... I really don't like it. I think that may really affect San Jose going forward. And
did Pavelski want to stay? I think they did, but they couldn't. I think he did, but they couldn't afford him.
Yeah, I think he wanted more term than they were willing to give. And he's in Dallas, actually.
Yeah.
But, DeBoer made the Stanley Cup Finals with San Jose and with New Jersey. So he's been to the finals twice. I think,
he's a playoff coach, man. He's taking teams to playoffs all the... Like, San Jose's been in the playoffs, what?
Every year, I think.
Every year, yeah.
So, yeah, he's proven winner. I think a team would do well hiring him.
Interim head coach, Bob Bugner. Last I heard, his name was a head coach for Florida some years back.
Yeah. Like any other profession, your second go-round, if you learn from the first time, you're going to do better. So we'll see what old Bobby can do.
Yeah, they got started their bump. Okay, we'll go more to the Pacific later, but... San Jose is definitely surprised to see how low in the standings as they are. Before, at the end of last season, beginning of the season, we kind of expected San Jose to be better when they are, given even still their poor off-season moves.
Well, they've been streaky.
Yeah.
They were horrible at the start. Yeah. Then they had a huge win streak, got back to 500, and then they've been streaking downwards again. And partly it's goaltending. But partly, it might be the Erik Karlsson effect.
Yeah, Karlsson effect.
Well, some players, you just look at them, and losing tends to follow them around. Our friend Matt Duchene being one example.
He was part of the Karlsson effect?
Well,
Shaner?
It's the Matt Duchene effect. Because he was in Colorado when they were horrible.
Yeah.
Got traded to Ottawa. They did bad.
Yeah.
And now in Nashville.
You started with Nashville last season, and
No, this season.
No.
He was in Columbus for the playoff run.
Yep, that's right.
So, but that's 3 times. That does not look good on a resume.
Yes. Ouch. The Duchesne effect. The Carlson effect.
Yeah.
It hurts. All right, should we take a break and I'll come back at you with a little Pacific Division quiz?
Let's do it.
All right, Nate, I put together a little quiz here of specifically Pacific Division teams, just so we can get kind of a feel of what it's all about. The Flames are in Pacific Division, so I thought it'd be beneficial. I'll put this together before the Saturday lineup, so it might not all be actual, but a day off. But it won't matter nonetheless. Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah, so the overall trends will be accurate.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, first question. Who has the longest active tenure as a head coach?
In the Pacific Division. Yeah. Let's think about this. It's not the Flames. It's not Edmonton.
Definitely not San Jose.
Definitely not San Jose. I don't think it's Phoenix. Who do we have left?
Anaheim.
No, he's new. LA's new.
Vancouver.
He's a little bit longer. And what's the other one? So it's either Las Vegas, Vancouver, or Phoenix.
Yeah.
I can't even remember who the Phoenix
They were all in 2017. All the rest are 2019. You're close.
Okay.
Take a guess.
I would say Vegas.
Yep. Gerard Gallant, April 13th.
Bam.
Then 3 days after, about 10 days after, Vancouver, Travis Green starts.
So it's pretty much the same because it was off-season moves, yeah.
And again, off-season was Arizona Rick Tocchet.
Okay, so yeah. So all 3 are about the same amount of games.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. Oh.
Yeah, very short. You'd think at least one would be 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, no, a lot of new coaches in Pacific, so that's the one thing keeping back them. Got a bonus tidbit here, or bonus question. Who is the longest serving coach in the league?
In the league?
Big name, if he jump right out at you, maybe?
The guy in Tampa Bay.
Cooper? Yeah.
Man, bam.
John Coop. I think he started in 2013 or something.
We really need a sound effect like bing, the Family Feud.
Edit one in. Yeah, well, good. All right, question number 2. Besides McDavid and Draisaitl, point leaders in the Pacific.
In the Pacific,
who is the next point leader in the Pacific?
Racking my brain here. Pedersen?
Yep, that's right.
Oh, bam!
So McDavid and Draisaitl, they're top leader, 55, 57, 55. Then you have to go all the way down to Pedersen, who has a big tie around 12th or something with 34 points. Behind that, JT Miller, also with Vancouver, 31. Go down a huge tie with Logan Couture and a bunch of other people.
Yeah, you get into the pact.
Yeah, then you start hitting the pack. Then Flames, one hands.
Or is it
I guess it didn't change after yesterday, but
yeah.
All right, question 3. Who was the top rookie goal scorer? Or who is the top rookie goal scorer of the Pacific?
I'm not sure if it's goal score, but points. Is that the defenseman on
Vancouver? That's Hughes, but I'm talking scoring goals. And there's not many of them, so Pacific Division rookies aren't leading the league in scoring like you'd see Cale Makar.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Who is it? Buffalo, Olofsson? No. All right. We have Cody Glass, Vegas.
Okay, I don't even follow Vegas, so
tied with Ethan Bear, Edmonton. That's something, eh? Have you seen him play?
No.
No, he's a D on
How many goals does he have?
4.
4 goals. Lucic has 4 goals.
Well, just recently. But these are rookies. And Nikolai Prokhorkin on LA.
Okay, this is pretty obscure.
Yeah, okay,
but-
this is an obscure one. Then looking up these stats, I also saw, so then Dylan